The decline of education in the United States has finally led to some convincing answers and solutions. It is the quality of the teachers that matters most. With good teachers, the quality of education soars in spite of the background of their students. Students who have weak teachers, say weak teachers 2 years in a row, do poorly, regardless of their background. How to find and keep good teachers? That's the real question here. McKinsey and Company, a consulting firm in New York, found that in the United States, teachers are recruited from the bottom third of college-bound high school students. In the country of Finland, they take the teachers from the top 10%. Everyone seems to agree that teachers must be paid according to their effectiveness in the classroom, and that teaching as a profession must be made more attractive to the top tier of college graduates. But the problems also involved are even more difficult. Teachers who cannot or will not make the effort to succeed in their profession must be subject to dismissal. The greatest obstacle to dismissing teachers is something called tenure. It is often the case that a teacher who has only taught for 2 or 3 years then receives lifetime tenure at their school. This tenure makes it extremely difficult to dismiss them. In New York City, only 3 out of 30,000 teachers were dismissed for cause. Other cities hardly do better. Chicago had a 0.1% dismissal rate from 2005 to 2008. In Akron, Ohio, it was 0%. In Denver, Colorado, 0%. Toledo, Ohio, 0%. So, what then prevents these schools from firing incompetent teachers? Well, it's most of all about the unions. They're extremely powerful. And when you look at, say, the satisfaction rates for teachers in school districts across America, it runs at about 99%. The two largest unions are the National Education Association with 3.2 million members and the American Federation of Teachers with about 1.4. Both these unions are big players in the Democratic Party, and they have been for a long time. So it's significant that the Obama administration is taking them on. Education Secretary Arne Duncan has created an incentive program to hold teachers accountable and strengthen the quality of schools in every state of the union. $4.3 billion in federal aid is available to school districts that do not limit the number of charter schools in their states. This is very relevant because charter schools do not use union teachers. They actually are non-union schools, and so the unions can't bring the pressure to bear as they would in a unionized school. But it's also tied to teacher evaluations based on the test scores of their students. I do find that a little bit dodgy. I think it's important to consider the student body. If there are students, say, who have just come to America who don't speak English well, I don't think the teacher should be blamed for that. I also think the teacher should be given credit for developing their talents and abilities and seeing teaching as an art more than a science. So this all needs to be worked out, but some evaluation based on the improvement of the students, I think, is certainly necessary. This is a good start. There are many other factors involved. I think that teacher training must be improved with an emphasis on giving teachers a practical understanding of how to manage their classroom discipline, and new teachers should have the support of their colleagues through mentoring programs and open-ended discussions of what effective teaching entails. Finally, teachers are born, not made. Those entering the profession should love what they do, be dedicated always to the welfare of their students.